This has worked out extremely well. What's up, everybody? We are back with some more Melvor Idle Hardcore, and rune crafting and all that has been going on for 2 days, 2.5 days, something like that. I show the video I created on Sunday. This is now Wednesday. On Sunday, I think I had level 55 fire rune from what if I remember right. Just looked at the video a minute ago, and now I'm questioning what I had, but I think it was 55. So I had gotten air, mind, water, earth to 99, and then fire runes to 55. In 2 days' time, this is what I think is absolutely incredible. I am now down to the death runes. So it took me, I don't know how long it took me to get these 5, but in a couple of days' time, I'm now at light, body, chaos, nature, havoc, and working on death. It is just about to tick over. But the best part of all of it, you notice where my mastery XP is. You'll notice that I have some mastery tokens that I have to use. So if I claim these, come back here, I'm about to burn this. I now have level 99. So I can stop doing death runes. And I have 155,000 death runes. This 13,000 rune essence is still the rune essence I mined originally. I have not mined any more. I've gotten all these levels up. And let's check, not shop, let's check, let's see, make sure that's sorted. We have 100,000 of every single one, a couple 100,000 of some of these. But out of that 168, 268, however many thousands of rune essence I had, I still have 13,000, and I've gotten all this out of it. I think that is huge. Some of that comes from the bonuses that you get. Like you get, let's see, you get some extra XP, some more XP. Resource preservation chance, that is great. And then you get an extra 5 runes. So those two combined, plus, once you start building the mastery unlocks, you start getting more and more runes per item. Here's where things play into it. Look at where I'm at. If I take these off, I have all of these up at 99. Because I spent so much time working on the air runes and getting them to 99, and then as I got each one of these to 99, and instead of moving forward in the XP side, I kept going up each one. I kept climbing each one. Now I'm about ready to do blood runes here. Because I did that, look at all these other ones. I haven't put an ounce. I don't have any of these runes. I haven't even made them yet. But because I'm getting so much mastery XP, I've been able to put all that extra mastery XP into this. And a lot of these, I can't do 10s anymore. Can I do 5s? Yeah, I can do 5 levels here. We could do some singles. We'll do this. All right. I've not been putting it, I started putting it into some of these, and then I quit. I realized that was kind of dumb. I should have been saving the XP here and dumping it into these runes, but I didn't put much into it. So the point being, I spent a lot of time on the lower tier runes, and when I did this on my other playthrough, I kept focusing on once I could unlock higher tier, I kept unlocking those. That is great for unlocking the skill itself, but you don't get all the extra mastery XP bonuses. And this experiment seems to be, the more you work on the lower tier stuff first, the higher your mastery XP is going to be. And then you can start dumping that mastery into all this other stuff. I haven't even started on these combination runes yet, and they're all here. I mean, level 7 in the 70s. So what's going to happen is, because these are all the ones that are over 75, well, all the ones over 60 really, they're going to get 5 runes per time, per tick. And then I'm going to get 6, and then, 7 at 90. But really that 75 is where it's going to be. So we're going to go from, what are we doing? Death runes. We're going to go to blood runes. I'm already going to get 6 runes per tick of this blood rune. So even though I'm using up my rune essence and I have a lot less rune essence, I'm going to get a lot more or equal to or greater than the blood runes because I'm starting out at such a higher position. I want to say when I played this on my standard, or when I was doing this on my standard account, I wasn't getting near this because I didn't have any of these bonuses. I didn't have any of this mastery XP bonus. I mean, like, it was just not happening. So let's start creating those, and we'll see where this goes. But I'm very pleased with the way this has turned out. I think this is the way to go. especially on something that has this many items in it. From what I understand, I don't remember where I read this, whether it was the wiki or I saw it on the Discord forum or something, but somebody mentioned that the more items that there are, the more mastery stuff you will get. So this has a ton of items, so you're going to get a lot of mastery XP versus something like woodcutting that only has a few. So this one goes slower for whatever reason. Mathematically, it's slower somehow. I don't know. For whatever reason, this goes slower. So these items that have a lot generate a lot of extra XP. Plus, I've been getting like 20 or 30 mastery XP coins per like hour or two. You know, I've had to go check this every so often, more often than I would have thought. So you can see I've already got 300 and some blood runes, and I'm barely even gone. That also extends to farming. You'll notice that I'm not even close to 99, but I've already had 95% mastery XP. Let's do. I should do some of these others, I guess. Well, we'll mix it up a little bit. Plant some of this stuff. I ran short on seeds, so I wasn't planting so many of these other ones. We're back to cabbage, so we'll plant all. And I ran out of money. I thought I hit harvest all. I think I harvested everything. I went to hit plant all, but it didn't plant anything. I had no money. So I had to go take a detour and do some fishing and get some cash back. Plus, I'm going to need cash for when this runecrafting hits 99 so I can buy the cape for it. I also went, you're going to notice here in a second, I did some combat. So I've got a bunch of garum seeds. Plus, the garum seeds are somewhere in here. I'll spend this real quick here. I want to say somewhere in here, well, I know what I wanted to look at, garum seeds. We're at level 80. So you can receive a bunch of herb seeds back, up to 4 or 5, something like that. I think because I had spent some time working on, you see this cabbage, ooh, not here, here. I did a bunch of cabbage. Like even once I hit 99, I kept pushing cabbage because it was raising this mastery XP. It was already a high level, so I was getting really good return on it for the mastery side. And now that I have this up, I'm getting all these bonuses now. The reduced crop grow time, the increased harvest, and all that kind of thing. So because of all that, I'm getting all these other bonuses. This garum herb or garum seeds, I started with like 12, I think. Next thing you know, I had enough to, when I harvested, I still had enough to harvest a full set again. So that was cool. And then I went and did some combat and I got even more. So speaking of combat, let's see here. No changes in gear. I have all the same gear that I had, but I started doing some fighting and I started working on some Golbins. And it was okay. It really wasn't getting me much. It was getting me the garum seeds and stuff like that, but some armor, the bronze crap, the, what did I get? The axe and shield, I think, came from that guy. Not really a whole lot of anything. I guess I need to equip that. Oh yeah, I also have this Ralix hat, which increases the chance to preserve resources. So with the Ralix hat on this runecrafting, that helps out too, because you know you're preserving more chance to preserve resources, I should say. So at any rate, I did some combat, and I ended up looking at this, and I thought, man, junior farmers are a quick hit, and they start dropping all these seeds, which is more garum and more of this other stuff. Probably try to get up to the master farmer and try to get him at some point. I definitely want to get this a little bit higher, but as far as like, I wanted to close that. As far as like food, I've still got tons of cabbage, and I can fight anything that hits me up to 66. So pretty good. And my hit points and strength are doing fairly well. I was doing the combat that is the defensive, so it should raise the strength for me, I believe. So that's cool. No, not defense, not strength, defense. Strength I was doing with the battle axe. The defense I think I was doing with this here, so that raised up. And the magic is level 18. I had not really messed around with magic all that much, and I think this is kind of interesting because I haven't pushed my other character very far into it to see how it works, but this is cool. So you come in here and you can use anything you want. Uh, with the equipment you have, this here, the Staff of Air reduces the air rune cost by magic spells by 1 when equipped as a weapon. Okay, easy enough. So if you have a spell like Wind Strike that uses 1 air and 1 mind. So it uses 1 air and 1 mind. Basically, it's going to cost you 1 mind because that staff reduces the cost by 1. Now, as you get further along, I think it's like a 3 and a 5, something like that. It reduces the air rune needs, and the same thing for water, earth, and fire. If you equip that staff, it actually reduces that need for the runes. Cool. So I also noticed that you can use, like I can do wind bolt, but I don't really get the idea for the gear necessarily. I still have to look at that. Like the oh, okay, because it adds more damage, minimum damage when using air. Okay, so you're getting more damage out of the gear choice that you make. And like I said, I hadn't really messed with it. I kind of went on my other account. I went from like Wind Strike to Wind Bolt to, I think, this one. I don't think I've unlocked this one yet. But I kept going down and I did not move over. But then I noticed that this is doing 90 damage and this is going to do 100. So I guess if I equip the gear for this, like the robes, the pants, and the hat and everything, if I equipped all that was water, earth, and fire, I would get better bonuses there for damage, which is fine, but I'm killing these farmer guys pretty easily with this, so not a concern. But that's not what I thought was interesting. I kind of moved up because I saw these were doing more damage as they went up, and I thought, cool, I'll just keep, maybe I'll go to the next one as I unlock it and keep going. Awesome. What I did never mess with on the other account was curses. Now, this is kind of cool. So you can have, this goes to runes like crazy because now you're going to burn 3 runes, well, 2, 4, 5 runes here, and then you're going to burn another 3. But I found out you can actually have this selected and this selected, or one of these curses. So you can actually lower the enemy accuracy or lower their magic evasion, meaning you can do more damage, you can hit more often, things like that. So in addition to doing the damage, you can come over here to curses and do these. The auras, I finally have one. I think I had this on here. The people I was fighting weren't ranged, but it did increase the speed interval a little bit. So there's another, now we're doing 10, 11, 12, whatever, like a dozen runes. So you really need to have a lot of runes if you want to turn all this stuff on. But I thought it was pretty cool. I had all of this running. And if you click over here, it shows you all the different runes that it's using. I think that's kind of cool. I didn't realize how deep the magic system went in this game. Not that it's like incredibly deep or whatever, but it's kind of cool that you can have all these different combinations. Like what I thought kind of would have to happen is that you would go over here, tick this on, let it do its thing because it says it lasts for 3 turns. Then you would have to come back here, toggle this on so it would do the next. You know what I mean? I thought you'd have to toggle back and forth between those. I hadn't really spent a lot of time with it, but the fact that you can have all these on at once, and maybe even the ancient magic, I haven't got far enough to know that, but I think it's kind of cool that you can have all these going, and you can set your buffs and debuffs however you want based on the curses, and I'm assuming auras are always going to be a buff, yeah, active buffs, and these are going to be a debuff on the other side. So I think that's kind of cool how you can set those and have them all running at the same time. Sure, it's going to burn a lot of runes, but I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. So at any rate, that's where I'm at, and the rune, as you can see, the runecrafting is going fantastic. I anticipate in the next couple days, probably by this weekend, that this is going to be level 99, and I'm going to have all these stacked up. I might do some more mining here soon, just to build up my stack of runes. That way I can build whatever I need, because I am running low on this, and it's going to run out here. This thing's got to run out before I get done. Maybe get the spirit and ancient up, because let's see, spirit is here. That's going to start off at 83, and this is going to start off at 79. These are probably going to be raised higher. You know what I mean? By the time this thing builds up, you know, I don't know. But I'm happy with the way things are going, and I think this is a really good update. I'm really digging the magic more than I thought I would. The combat was fun with it. I really need to get into the spider dungeon and get that amulet of looting, because I missed that. I can't walk away from it and just let it farm all day because I have to pay attention. So that's kind of one of the things on my list. But other than that, this is going fantastic. So I'm going to end the video here, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.